This old woman had wrapped her entire house with tape. She even warned the college man living with her that the red areas were forbidden zones, the yellow areas were shared spaces, and only the blue areas belonged to him. Even the fridge, the cabinets, and even the sink had boundary lines drawn on them. But beyond dividing the living areas so strictly, the woman had an even tougher rule. The man was not allowed to use the bathroom at home. Since she had lived alone her whole life, she couldn't stand the thought of sharing a toilet with a strange man. But the man had a peculiar problem. Whenever he got nervous or excited, he needed to use the bathroom right away. When the woman was looking for a roommate, she said she liked living with young people like her grandson. But in reality, her liking was not what the man expected at all. Even so, he endured everything because the rent was unbelievably affordable. To cover his tuition, he also took on a special job, cleaning out vacated rooms, disinfecting them, and airing them out so landlords could rent them again. But one morning, he was woken by knocking on his door. The woman told him to clean the common areas. Hours later, he finally finished. To his surprise, the woman had prepared breakfast for him. It wasn't much, but it was free. That afternoon, a classmate came to ask him to watch her puppy for a while. Before he could refuse, she stuffed the dog in his arms. This put the man in a tough spot because he lived with a temperamental woman. He stood at the doorstep, too nervous to go in. The puppy suddenly barked. Hearing the sound, the woman opened the door. The man quickly explained he needed to look after the dog, but the woman firmly refused to let a dog into the house. The man immediately promised the puppy wouldn't make a mess and even volunteered to do all the housework for the next month. Eventually, they reached an agreement. The woman would pay 70% of the rent, and the man would pay 30%. And while he was at school, the woman would help look after the dog. In truth, she wasn't mean or cold. She was simply used to hiding her real self. When the puppy was returned, she clearly couldn't bear to say goodbye, yet still pretended to be cheerful. The brief warmth faded quickly, and loneliness washed over her again. Neighbors advised her to treat the man like her own grandson. That way she wouldn't feel so alone.